So McGregor lands an uppercut on Mayweather, right? So the whole thing is like, well, everybody, he wasn't trying to be, he wasn't trying to be his usual self. He's trying to go in and attack whatever.
He's trying to be his unusual self.
No matter how he was trying to be, he did not want to be uppercutted in the face. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way.
That's never in the game plan.
He doesn't. Yeah, no one wants to. Hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to let him punch me in the face a couple times.
2 minutes in, let him.
That's risky.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like
you can get knocked out,
and that's it. Ball game, biggest upset of all time. If you put more, if he put more juice on that uppercut, that landed, that'd have been it.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, if he would have caught him, and it was a direct
McGregor's got a nasty uppercut. His first fight in the UFC, he fought Marcus Brimage, and he kept catching Brimage with the same shit. He caught Brimage with like 3 or 4 disgusting uppercuts. Lights out.
Yeah, he was a pretty lousy boxer though. His style.
Who, McGregor?
Yeah. But that makes sense.
Dude, I loved his style the first 2 rounds.
Hammer fist?
Well, no, take that out. I'm talking about his weird fucking stance, man. It's so fucking badass.
So tired, man.
The little hammer fist shit was retarded.
No joke, though. Mayweather designed this to his advantage. I'll give you 2 months to get ready, even though you have been practicing boxing.
For sure.
Because I don't want you to get enough time to get ready.
Dude, everyone was entertained. Every fucking body was 100%. Entertained.
Like,
when's the last time? Dude, we were at QuakeCon, all right?
Yeah.
In Houston, Texas, nerds. Dallas.
Whatever.
Excuse me, Dallas, Texas. Nerds everywhere. Everyone fucking shut down shop, stop playing video games to watch this fucking boxing match. Nerds. And everybody was fired the fuck up.
Spaghetti armed little
noodly armed little nerds, you know?
Yeah, everybody wanted to watch it.
Everybody.
I know, I was hyped. Are you hyped for the next fight coming up? The Garbrandt? Oh yeah, GSP 2. GSP
versus Bisping and Garbrandt versus Dillashaw. Yeah, I'm pretty. It'll be the first UFC event.
And who do you care even who wins really?
Yeah, I like Garbrandt.
Cody? Yeah,
I want Garbrandt to whoop his fucking ass for some reason.
Me too. Even though he's a little annoying to me for some reason too.
He is to me too. Something about his face, but I still like him for some reason.
Because he's good looking, probably. I mean, besides his neck tattoo.
The neck tattoos.
Silly. You're silly.
That'll get you every time.
Connor kind of has neck tattoos. I don't care.
Yeah.
With him, it's because he's pretty and has it, I think. You know what I mean? Like, if Uriah Faber had some neck tattoos, you'd be like, fuck you, Uriah. You fucking good-looking bitch. That's how I'd feel.
You motherfucker.
Even though they're, like, little. You know, they're
little babies, yeah.
Yeah, like 135.
Yep.
I mean, they're cut. You know, they're...
We could not hit them if we tried.
Yes, you could.
Nope.
Yes, you
could.
There's
no way.
I'm not saying you'd whip their... I think you could take Uriah Faber.
I don't think that I could even touch Uriah Faber.
I do.
100% couldn't
Yes, you could. I'm not saying he wouldn't punch you or hurt you.
No, couldn't touch him.
Yes, you could.
These people train 16 hours a day.
I do not care.
16 hours a day.
You have over 50 pounds on the guy. I'm not saying he wouldn't whip your ass eventually.
He would whip my ass immediately.
Dude,
I'm telling you, they're so fucking bad.
You have so much more strength than he does.
No way.
Promise.
There's no way.
You don't think so?
No, absolutely not. Uriah Faber would destroy me.
You don't think you could...
Within literally 30 seconds.
Think about it. How much harder it is for him to pick up 200 pounds of man versus you to pick up 100.
I'll put it to you this way: the most badass
fucking
listen. The baddest dude I ever played football with, and the baddest guy that I ever wrestled in my entire life weighed 145 pounds. I weighed 220, best shape of my life at the time, strong as a fucking ox. When I was wrestling this guy, it felt like I was wrestling a steel cable. You know what I mean? I just couldn't. It's so fucking badass.
To be fair, though, did you know in Olympic style wrestling, amateur wrestling, whatever, that a lot of people bump up weight classes because there is a technique for smaller guys to wrestle bigger guys. Like they know a certain style to almost counter.
Well, here's another thing. The hardest guy ever hit in football was that same guy. When you hit he would weigh 145, 150. You would think, oh, you should crush him. You weigh 220. When he hit you, it felt like a cannonball hit you.
Because he got up underneath you? Or?
You just people can be very powerful.
What? Actually, now that I'm thinking about this, like Mercy or whatever, I told you about that?
Yeah.
Dude, not to toot my own horn, but I do not have a physical thought of losing at Mercy in my brain, ever.
Yeah.
And I played all the college guys that would bench insane amount of weight, all this other stuff, and I do not remember losing. Ever.
Yeah.
So, and I definitely weighed a lot less. These guys were like 250, and I was like 140.
You got these people that train hyper explosive fucking movements. You know, that's what they specialize in. Even
I was just good at technique on Mercy, honestly.
Even if they're smaller, they have this, the fast twitch muscle fibers.
I'm wrong, Uriah. You would whip my buddy's ass.
Destroy.
You would kill him, and I love you, honestly. You know, Uriah Faber's actually what got me into MMA.
Really?
Yeah, I was watching. I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I was watching this guy just go nuts on cages. This was before UFC. He was in whatever else that was. And I was just watching him, like, the way he fought. And I remember when he first lost, I was actually, like, legit, like, what?
Oh God.
I didn't know he could lose. He jumped. He was going crazy. He jumped onto the wall and jumped off.
Yeah.
And the other guy was, like, had his eyes closed and just swung with a punch. And he happened to just, his moment, like, you can't, you're in the air, you can't stop. And he just happened to pow and collide with the guy's fist, and that was it.
Oh yeah, I think that
was ball game. That wasn't UFC, though.
Who did that to him?
I can't remember, but I remember I was very like, no, because I only watched him for some reason.
Yeah.
I just thought he was cool for some reason.
Did you ever
As a
used
kid.
to watch Bully Beatdown? You know what that is? Okay, it's Jason Miller, who used to be a fucking amazing MMA fighter in his own right. They would find these bullies out there in the world, and this was on MTV too back
It's
in the
fake,
day.
probably.
No.
You think it's real?
100%. Well, as far
Never
as
saw it.
the bullies go, I don't know, but they would make the bullies fight actual UFC fighters. And I remember one of them. I don't know if you know who Andre Arlovsky is, but at one
He's a
point,
bully?
no, he was a MMA
Okay.
fighter. At one point, this motherfucker was the heavyweight champion of the world, one of the baddest fighters who has ever lived, Andre Arlovsky,
Yeah.
and he fights a regular dude. It is so embarrassingly one-sided. I mean, these fucking guys are animals, man.
Yeah.
Like, you can't fuck with them at all. And
Would you ever get into any? Have you thought about getting in? Not to like not to mix martial art, not like actual fighting, but would you ever get into like some type of discipline, like a martial art?
100%, I
Like
want to take
jiu-jitsu?
jiu-jitsu.
Man,
100%.
I've already looked at schools in NAC, and I don't think there's any decent ones.
There's no good schools around
but
here,
it's-
I want
they're
to,
better than what I know.
I want to learn. it
So
one day,
I'm
for sure.
I'm almost open to going and just see what
It's
they
just
have.
like human chess with your own body.
Yeah, I'm interested in it.
Yep.
Now, obviously, I'm not going to be. I guess I do people around my same weight, right?
If you break down fundamentally like combat,
Yeah.
unarmed combat, you have three disciplines you probably need to learn. One of them is jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu, standard boxing, and then like Greco-Roman wrestling, or
Jiu-jitsu is
or
kinda
freestyle
wrestling-ish,
wrestling.
right?
Excuse me, jiu-jitsu.
What is judo is Rousey, right? It's all about takedown.
Yeah, you just
Jiu-jitsu is almost a mix of.
jiu-jitsu is just like
It's a
100%.
Japanese thing, and then it went to Brazil, and they kind of developed a different one, and now we're seeing a new like where they're really thinking of it differently. Like it's kind of.
I don't know. All the jiu-jitsu is all about like arm locks and fucking leg locks, ankle locks, head. I mean,
I think I would like that.
You're manipulating all the joints and everything to. It's
And
fucking
I'm really
badass.
flexible, but my back is kind of goofy. But maybe that would. Get
And I enjoy watching like really good people at
Jiu-jitsu.
jiu-jitsu.
Do you think we'll ever have a weird crossover with like a MMA fighter goes to a pure jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, that
champion?
happens all the time. It's called Metamoris. There's a
It's already a
tournament.
thing?
Yes, there's a tournament called Metamoris, and like you had what's his name? He fought Robbie Lawler. A really good fight with Rory McDonald. Rory McDonald went. And he's really good
I've heard
at
it, yeah.
jiu-jitsu. He went and competed at Metamoris, I do believe. And you have all kinds of people from UFC that go to Metamoris and get beat most of the time. Because there's these people that
Specialists. Yeah.
all they do is jiu-jitsu, and you got a UFC. Probably the best UFC jiu-jitsu practitioner is Damian Maia, and I think he wins most of the time. I don't really know. I don't have-
Does he do well in UFC as well?
very well, but he's like super hyper fucking good at jiu-jitsu. And
Was Amir? Was he a jiu-jitsu guy?
yes,
Yeah.
Mir, he's very good at jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. They fucking lock you down and that's it.
But when you go to when these guys go to Metamoris, like some of the best UFC
Yeah.
guys, they do decent. You know, I'm sure some of them win, but like they don't usually win the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
It's usually some other person that specializes in that.
Are they little guys or is it all? Is it one big weight class or is it divided in weight classes or is it one big tournament?
It divides.
Okay.
I think they do have the open tournaments where you have,
Who cares? Let's do it.
whatever weight.
Some little guys are good against big guys, though. Like,
I'm sure.
what did Do you know what Uriah's camp? What they is? Are they
Team
jujitsu?
Alpha Male.
Yeah, I know the name, but I'm
Yeah.
saying, are they focused on jujitsu or do you even know?
No,
They're more
wrestling.
striking, huh?
They're focused on wrestling and ground and pound.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want to wrestle you down to the ground. Well, I mean, not Cody Garbrandt. I mean, he wrestles.
He kicks a lot too.
I mean, he's just throwing down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He is a fucking. He wants to bang, and he really impressed me whenever he fought Dominic Cruz. This fucking dude
Poor
was
guy.
slipping punches left, and I love Dominic
Yeah.
Cruz. He's awesome. He's amazing.
Dude,
But Garbrandt had that shit.
what do you think about giving the belt back to Cormier or whatever?
Cormier,
Yeah.
does he? Did Jones? Did they find out if that is legit?
I don't know.
Is-
He's suspended. That's done.
If he
and they gave the belt back
tasted
to him.
hot, yeah, I'm cool with that, man.
I think he should retire though, man.
Who, Cormier?
How much
I
can he
personally
take?
think he should. He's on top of the world, but if he wants to fight one more time to defend it again, I'm
Yeah,
cool
why
with that.
pass up a money day? I guess. Well, I
Yeah.
guess because your
he'll
life,
he'll make a meal or two,
so
but
you can live longer. Maybe that's why.
make no mistake, Cormier is one of the baddest fucking dudes who's ever walked this planet.
Yeah.
And he honestly, you could make a fucking case for him being one of the best in UFC history.
They give John Jones though. They say he's, I mean, pound
Dude,
for pound
like-
best, and he's just raw.
Cormier is in the fucking conversation. He's only lost twice. It was to John Jones.
Yeah.
He's fucking 19-0 besides those two losses. He went to the Olympics. The dude was ranked number 1 in heavyweight, I do believe, at one time before he dropped down. He's undefeated at heavyweight. In all contenders he's fought in light heavyweight, he's destroyed. The dude is so fucking good. And people hate him for some reason, like the fans. They like to boo him. and
He's
stuff.
kind of boring.
I love Daniel Cormier. I think he's awesome. I like watching him. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I guess he doesn't look intimidating though. Not really.
He looks like a nice guy.
Like, hey man, let's just do this.
Yeah.
And then Jones is just fucking nuts too. And then I guess GSP. A lot of people consider him one of the best as well.
Yeah, he's on the Mount
obviously.
Rushmore. He's in the
Well, I mean
conversation.
him. I guess even McGregor's getting up there.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously McGregor.
a little bit different
Something
reason.
about him. I mean, besides trash talk, maybe the trash talk is part of it, but like something about him is just so polarizing, man. He's just a freaking like just mega star. You know what I mean? Like even without I feel like he psychs his opponents out more than outskilling them. You know what I mean?
do not know what it is about that dude, but he's fucking like.
But now we have wannabes coming up too, though, where people are trying to like almost, hey, that gets me attention. I'm gonna act like him.
Maybe McGregor's a sociopath and he doesn't feel pressure. You know what I mean? Maybe there's something like, because he really believes the shit that he says,
Yeah.
and then he comes out, he doesn't like fucking feel any pressure, and he performs amazingly. I don't know.
Do you think they'll do another Nate Diaz?
He's one of the fucking Michael Jordans of of the world.
Completely.
He's like that.
He's a rare thing.
He's the Michael Jordan of.
he was
of this
he was a
shit.
plumber before he was a
Yeah.
fighter. Hey, that's
Fucking
I'm gonna
Super
go
Mario.
be a fighter, dude. What do you think him and Nate Diaz will do another fight?
I think it's likely,
Make money,
highly likely. Yeah.
dude. What about that guy? He's like he's good, but he's definitely not as skilled as some of the other guys. But man, can he just take some damage and not die? Like Jesus, like I don't know. It's
He's
painful.
highly skilled though, man.
Dude, but
He boxes with some of the best in
Dude.
the world. He trains with some of the best boxers in the world. He's black belt in jiu-jitsu, and he's a triathlete.
shit.
He's like he like swims across like
Yeah, he looks like he is body wise, doesn't he? Kind of.
he like him and his brother are like some freak athletes when it comes to endurance.
Man, dude,
But he just sounds like a complete and utter fucking moron when he talks.
I love it. He talks so much shit too.
Yeah.
Everybody's on steroids, man. And then didn't they get like super mad at him for that? Dude, I love it though because he's just some dude that like, no joke. Like even being black belt and everything else, man. Like he takes so much punishment though. I don't know that I've ever seen somebody.
Yeah, he
his
can
fights,
take-
man.
he can take a lick.
Jesus.
I think he's only ever been stopped once.
like knocked out.
I think. Yeah, he got kicked by Stephen Thompson, I believe. I could be just making all this up, but I think he got kicked and knocked out once. But besides that, I don't think he's ever been. But the fight I wanted to see, and it won't happen, but it would just make so much sense, is I wanted to see
Jeez.
McGregor
Oh.
versus Khabib Nurmagomedov in Russia. Khabib is like 24-0.
Fake news.
Destroyed fucking everybody he's fought. Completely destroyed. And I'm a really big fan of his. And it would be like you have this unbeatable Russian monster versus McGregor. And I wanted them to fight in Russia, like at Moscow or something, you know.
What is it? 165? What's that guy's weight?
Khabib?
Yeah.
155.
So it's about
Yeah.
right.
He's considered one of the pound for pound greatest of all time, basically. He's fucking amazing.
Do you think there's a thing to like kind of shelter opponents from people?
I definitely think they pick certain
I mean, like
people.
the rise of Ronda was kind of
Yeah.
people say that, but honestly, like the depth wasn't too crazy. And
People were saying that about
she-
McGregor.
and she beat Tate too, though, which Tate.
Yeah.
Could
People were
go.
saying that about McGregor, but then he fought Mendez, and then the guy he just beat, what was his name? Fucking Alvarez. Those are two dudes that should.
I didn't think he was gonna
theoretically-
win.
Those two dudes should theoretically beat McGregor's ass because they had the skill set, and he just fucking beat them.
Well, one
easily.
of it was just a punch right off the bat. So I mean,
The Mendez fight was a fucking brawl, and
Yeah.
McGregor beat the fuck out of him. And you could even argue how many people thought that Aldo shit was happening. I thought Aldo was gonna kill McGregor.
Yeah.
I thought, oh well, there's the end of McGregor shit. Dude, we were watching at Buffalo Wild Wings. There had to have been like 400 people there. It was insane.
Yeah.
And then when he knocked that dude out, oh my god, man, goosebumps. Everybody went fucking ape shit. 100% ape shit. It was awesome, man. I'm glad that I was there and saw that shit.
Ba-da-bop, ba-da-bop. Fuck you, bitches. I didn't mean that.
Do
Take that out.
drugs.
Do drugs. Don't do drugs.
But do them.
You do whatever.